salad fingers out of the package. Hey, what's up, you guys? Artemis Prime here doing another Marvel Legends figure review on the Marvel Legends Infinite series. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 Build-A-Figure Green Goblin Wave Buzzing Beetle, or Ultimate Buzzing Beetle, or Ultimate Beetle, I don't know. I'm not really familiar with the character. Anyway, I picked this figure up at Target. You can find it at Target or Toys R Us, but if you can't find it at your local retailers, you can find it at Big Bad Toy Store.
Big! Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
So the packaging, pretty much the same thing we've seen with the other figures. We have the standard comic Spider-Man logo right up there. It says Build-A-Figure Green Goblin, even though it's the Ultimate Green Goblin. It doesn't have the name of the character. It says Deadliest Foes right here at the bottom, and then on the side we get this picture of Spidey right here in red, and on the back we have the rest of the figures of the wave, hoping we get these running changes. The word is that they will be showing up, and a running change for this is Boomerang over here, which I hope we get. That looks like it's going to be a really cool figure. So yeah, we get a little bio right here. It says Deadliest Foes, unable to defeat Spider-Man alone, the most fiendish villains unite to battle the wall crawler. So I can't say I'm extremely excited for this figure, but I think it does look very cool. Let's crack him open. And here's the Ultimate Beetle out of the packaging, looking sick. I think this is a great looking figure. I don't know much about the character at all. I do have a Google machine and it does work very well, so I did look up some stuff. Unfortunately, this guy didn't debut around the same time that Miles Morales came into play, so I can't have both of those figures fighting together. That just wouldn't be right. And for me, barely knowing anything at all about this character, I think it is a fantastic figure. It very much reminds me of Kamen Rider. So yeah, just doing a little 360 over here. It's just a really cool looking figure. I really like it. I don't know how to explain it. The red on the figure looks a little soft to me. Kind of reminds me of the Ironmonger wave kind of red that we saw in some of those Iron Man figures. But you know, overall I think this is a very cool figure. I'm impressed with it. I like it. Let's take a closer look at the accessories and then the figure. And what do you know? Another instruction booklet, or the same one I've been using for all these videos. And Ultimate Beetle does come with the left foot to Ultimate Green Goblin. As you can see, the design of this character in the Ultimate Universe is very different from what we see in the Marvel Universe. Actually, in the 616 universe, there are a couple different Beetle uniforms. I'll compare this figure to the Toy Biz Beetle figure that we got a few years ago. I like this design. I really like the silver paint applications. They look great. The red doesn't look too bad, actually. It looks like the yellow in the eyes came out pretty clean on the left eye, not so good on the right. It's missing just a little bit, you know, but that's just nitpicky. I think the head sculpt is a little large and a little out of proportion to the rest of the body. As I turn it around over here, I don't know, I just think it looks like he kind of has a big head, but Hasbro did a great job in all the sculpting detail that we have over here. A lot of these bumps, and we have all these lines coming in and out of the figure. It just looks great. He has these gauntlets over here that shoot some kind of projectile, which is pretty cool. Looking at the ends of these things, I think they look pretty dope. That's not bad. The hand looks pretty good too. I like the sculpting on the hands over here too, and they both have this open kind of grip going on. We get an open grip going on this left side too, but a lot of nice sculpted detail in this. Look at that. That is very cool. I really can't complain about the sculpt of this figure. I like it a lot. This torso looks really good. Look at all these lines over here. It's got all these bumps all over the place. Pretty damn cool looking figure. I really like it. This section over here looks pretty cool. We have the feet. Pretty big feet. He's pretty easy to stand. But like I said, the red over here looks too bright to me. It feels like it's kind of cheap or something, even though I know it's not. We get some shading on the wings over here, which looks really cool. I love how it goes from yellow to green over here. That looks great. I think they did a great job with that. That is beautiful. You could remove this too, so it actually comes separately, put it together. They didn't have to, but they sculpted a bunch of this over here. It looks very clean. I like it. That stays pretty well. It's not too bad. It does have a little bit of a gap. When you move this back, though, you do run into a problem with this torso articulation. So what I suggest for this is that you tilt it back first, and then you can place this back on over here. And it won't stay as good as it was before, but it will be there. So for more posing, you can do that, even though you get this gap over here. So speaking of articulation, Hasbro has given us a brand new body mold over here, and they have given us some awesome articulation. For instance, the head moves up very far. I like that so much, and it moves down very far, rotates side to side. Now it gets a little tricky right here with the shoulder joints. As you can see, he does have these notches over here, right? You can see how that's kind of lumpy and sticking up over here. As soon as you start to turn this up around the area that these things come in, you start to get some wear on them, and that kind of sucks. So you don't want to lift them up any more than that right there. And on this side, and then on this side, you only want to lift them up that high too. So that's kind of a bummer. I guess you could rotate it all the way around and lift it up more like that if you want them doing this kind of thing. You know what I mean? That can work. Of course, they can rotate forward as well. He does have bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. He does have wrist rotation right here, and the wrists move down and up. He has the ab crunch, as I showed earlier on. He also has the waist swivel. He has hips that move outward that much. They can move forward very, very much. He has the upper thigh swivel, double jointed knees. He has ankles that move down very, very far. They can move up pretty far too. And he has a beautiful ankle pivot and the pegals at the bottom of his weird bug feet. So going to the top of his antennae, Beetle stands just under 7 inches tall. I guess just to the top of his head is under 6.5 inches tall. And here's our Hasbro's Ultimate Beetle next to the Toy Biz regular Buzzing Beetle figure that came from the Spider-Man Classics line. So you can see the difference in the costumes, very different. I guess aside from the bumps all over the place, I guess that's the only thing. I guess in the yellow in the eyes too. And they both have wings, so that's pretty cool. You know, Ultimates is kind of neat, you know, just revamping it and everything. But yeah, big thanks to John 3.0 for this guy right over here. Thank you. So here's Beetle compared to the rest of the figures of the wave. We have our superior Spider-Man, Carnage, Electro, Black Cat, and Amazing Spider-Man 2 Spider-Man. Go to MarvelousNews.com to see running changes of the Toxin figure, the Black Cat, and the Beetle figure. They have in-hand images over there. And here he is next to the big-time letdown Spider-Man. So, you know, I'm not really familiar with this character. I think it's a trip that Hasbro decided to make this figure. I mean, I think it's pretty obscure. I mean, it's just me, pretty obscure, making an Ultimate Beetle figure. But I think it is a very, very cool figure. Of course, we have the great shading over here. And just this red and silver looks really, really cool together. And, you know, I have to say, if you're a big fan of the Ultimate Universe and you really like Ultimate Spider-Man, go ahead and pick it up. If you're trying to build your Ultimate Green Goblin figure, I think I'd rather have the Boomerang figure than this one. I don't know. Probably because it's a 616 character. I like to keep the 616 going as opposed to getting Ultimate characters in there. Anyway, that's my review, guys. I hope you dig it. Please hit the like button if you like the video. Leave a comment and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later. Peace. Buzz.
That's crispy.
They have in-hand images. They have in-hand